Welcome to my BCM 215 project pitch where I'll be looking at merchandise and semiotics through Mario Kart posters. So merchandising assists to commodify and represent a game through products such as shirts, figurines, and accessories, which allows gamers to create a sense of belonging, affiliation, identity, and representation. So I've chosen posters as they are very common in the gaming community and they are symbolic of a game's storyline, characters, themes, and aesthetic. And then I've chosen Super Mario Kart as it's a franchise that I know is very popular and I used to play when I was younger. So whenever I see a poster, it gives me a sense of nostalgia. And then the analytical framework I've selected is the semiotic framework, in which it analyzes how humans use signs to make sense of their environment. So this framework identifies signs as having a signifier and a signified. So a signifier includes icons, symbols, and indexes, and components of the signified include denotations, connotations, and myths. So it relates to game media as it incorporates signs in many different forms that convey meaning relating to culture, identity, and social interaction. So it will aid my analysis of merchandise as merchandise functions semiotically to reveal identity, belonging, and narratives. So I will explore how Super Mario Kart utilizes signifiers to communicate hidden meaning and how this has built such a strong game loyalty. So stuff like colors, costuming, shapes, and themes, and how they all intertwine to create an immersive game experience. So I will collect data from already existing information online and in books, and I can also seek personal data from posters, shopping online, or at gaming stores, and then I can conduct quantitative and qualitative information through questionnaires, surveys, and focus groups, and then I'll then document my analysis on OneDrive. My creative form will be through a website. I believe I'll be able to make it visually appealing and maintain the Mario Kart aesthetic. I've used a website before, so I think it will be a highly effective method of displaying information. My first source inspired me to focus on a semiotic framework, as this author made many connections to video games and semiotics that was really powerful. They also talked about the localization of video games, and it'll be beneficial to my study as it provides extensive information. I then read this chapter in which it helped me better understand what semiotics actually is outside of the gaming world. I can nourish my work with factual and supported information through this source. And then my final source focused on the cause and effect relationship between player and the designer and the importance of strategic decision making. I believe this will best assist me in my creative form of a website as it focuses on what audiences are looking for in games through semiotics. And then this is my project timeline from week 1 through to week 12 and 13, in which I have allocated what sections of my artifact that I will need to do by what time, and I've included milestones and other related work that I will need to have done.